Update 6.2 has arrived in Marvel Strike Force with some bugs, with some crashes, and in this video, we're talking all about the biggest hits and misses of this update, along with the usual data mines. We got some interesting ones to discuss. Doom 3 raids, Scourge requirements, Professor X. We got it all in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. I am joined by my brother, Mr. Hartgrave, to discuss it all. And if you're ready for it, Mr. Hartgrave, tell him what to do.
Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Maniacs, welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin, and this is the weekly edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. We do this every week, covering the best and worst of Marvel Strike Force. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, because we got at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos out per week on this channel. But I think we got 3 coming out just in today. And this week, I'm discussing all of the best and worst of Update 6.2, along with the crashes, with my brother, Mr. Hartgrave. Mr. Hartgrave, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, Valley.
All right, I know you're usually salty about stuff. How's the salt flowing this morning about Update 6.2?
That's not so bad. I'm having a good time. I mean, I was there to collect all the, I benefited from all the bugs and errors. So
oh my
goodness, makes me feel better.
There's so many errors, and yeah, I feel like I got screwed. I thought I was in the minority, but you got a bunch of cool stuff in your roster, and I guess that's because you stayed up all night, and it's very easy when you're just sleeping during the day, avoiding the sunlight. At night, you got all this energy to claim all these extra rewards. So awesome stuff, my brother. But let's talk about this update. It was not arrived. It did not arrive on time. And maintenance was running longer than expected. We expect the game to go live by 3 p.m. That did not happen. But what was worse was when the game finally came up, it crashed at server reset, because I guess Brian had the clubs lane in the Doom raids or the Gambit raids, and he didn't want it to go live. They're working on performance issues. This was right after server reset. We got this maintenance. The game is putting back into the maintenance mode, so it just wasn't loading. They put it back into maintenance mode. And then finally, we got this announcement that a little bit after 9 o'clock that the game is up. And stay awake, because you're getting your keys for the Gambit raids so you could finally launch them. Now, our alliance didn't launch until the morning. How did you guys do with these Gambit raids, and how much did this extended maintenance and not getting these keys for the Gambit raid affect you guys?
Yeah, not too bad. We were able to get it launched well before midnight. However, it is, some alliances, if you were awake, would, I think, technically be able to run 8 Gambit raids instead of 7 with the extra keys.
Oh, nice.
But that would take the full alliance being on.
Yeah, I don't know if that happened. Now, if this update went live without any issues, we got the keys right at server reset, I think a lot of alliances would be in that situation. So I'm hoping that it is something that they address. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to address it at all, or give us nothing for that?
I don't think it's something they would have expected us to do, and I think the 600 keys would be to offset that. So I wouldn't expect any compensation in that regard.
All right. Well, we did get compensation. It wasn't like we got nothing. Just the time wasn't addressed as much as we thought. So we got this energy here, this ISO 8 and raid and normal campaign energy. We got some cards, which was progress towards the milestone. We got some of these, or one of these is cards and one of these is keys for actual orb. 501 and 601. Got some disco balls, so progress towards that. That was good. What do you think? Do you think that they will extend this? One of the solutions that I proposed, I don't know if it's going to go through, is, hey, extend these milestones by a day and let it overlap with the second set of milestones. And that's going to do 2 things. It's going to let players double dip, but it's also going to let that second set of milestones end on time. Would you be happy with that? And do you think that's something that they would actually do?
Yeah, what I would advise you to do, if that's on the table and they're considering it, is you're going to want to hold as many Gambit raid rewards in your inbox as possible so that you can fully double dip the milestones.
Now, yeah, I might be fully holding them as well. We get to keep them for a week. This lasts for, at this point, less than a week. So I might be holding them and maybe just going for that bracelet, because by the calculations, I don't know if I'm going to get all the stuff. Now, I do want to go back to one Twitter message. This was from our brother Brian Shea, who's the at Game Informer. And he said, I legit wish I had the confidence, half the confidence of Marvel's Strike Force failing to implement a patch, taking the game offline for unscheduled maintenance, then giving me a pop-up for a $100 microtransaction on his first screen back from downtown. Did you get that? Did you get that $100 microtransaction offer?
I got that greeting. It was something else. Yeah.
Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back to this. All right. So there's also not just these crashing and stuff. There's also some random calendars that went out. I didn't get any of these, but you did. One of them was for promotion credits here. So you got some free gold promotion credits.
Yep, 20 of them. So yeah, there's the benefit of not sleeping at night, is you're able to collect these things.
Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. Now, if I wanted to get them, what do you think is going to happen with this? Do you think they're just going to give me 20 because you got 20, or they're going to give you 40 and I'm going to get 20? Is that what's going to happen?
That sounds fair to me.
It's very fair for you. Is it fair for everybody else?
Give everybody 20.
All right. And there's another calendar that was there and that I did not get either. This was some calendars that our friends from the future in Australia was showing yesterday. Yep. I was hoping this was kind of offset the level cap increase, the unannounced level cap increase, but I didn't get this. Did you get this one also?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
oh,
no,
you got all of them.
I also got it. There was a shield officer one too.
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't think that was. I'm not too unhappy that I didn't get that one.
You don't need your shield guard.
Just going for ultimate shards, which is probably gonna be crap and turn back into more ultimate shards. So it's probably nothing for me. But there was another thing that you got as well. You said your Gambit, you're free to play, and your Gambit was, what is it, 6 out of 55?
5 out of 55 right now, and I bought. Sorry, 2 out of 55. I bought no offers, so that was all from.
Now somewhere. I got 20 shards because when I went back and looked at my Gambit opening video, he was at 6 out of 55, but 20 of the shards can be explained by these daily rewards. So we got these Gambit shards. There's 15 there. We got a bunch of raid health for the Gambit raids and raid energy for the Gambit raids. And the other one that is explainable was in these milestones. If we scroll all the way down to the bottom of the milestones, 5 there. So I got the 20. I don't know how you got all those extra shards there. What do you suppose happened there?
All right. Well, what happened is when the game was down and it came back. When it came back, yes. I believe that what was being reported to me in Twitch chat was between 0 and 50 Gambit shards were applied to your Gambit.
Oh, but I got 0. I got 0.
You could get 0 too. I don't know what was triggering it or what happened, but they definitely should address this and compensate this because that's pretty big.
Will this be addressed though? Do you think this will be addressed? Obviously they should address this. Will they address this?
We got a new community manager who was in my Twitch chat when it happened, so maybe.
Hopefully he actually communicates with the community, unlike some of the other ones. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about these Gambit raids because this is all related here. These new Gambit raids. We're running difficulty 6 to start with, and you can get those first-time rewards if you're running difficulty 6 at 60%, but 60% on difficulty 6 will not get you all the milestones, all those disco balls from those Gambit raid milestones. What are you guys running, and what are you aiming for?
Difficulty 6 at 100%. Are you going to hit 100% on your difficulty 6 or?
We should. If you look at this, I'm pretty much out of energy. I tried to tap this earlier, but yeah, if we don't complete this is gonna way more than top off even after completing this node. So I don't know. I'm not hitting a lot of nodes in this. The boss is done already. So. Okay. What are you guys? You're gonna go 60%, 100% every time. Are you guys gonna challenge yourself going up to level 7?
I don't really see the point of it because if you do 100% on difficulty 6 for 7 of these within the 7 days, you will get like a little over like 8,300 points, which gets you milestone 18, which gets you all the disco balls.
Yes.
And that's enough. If you move up to difficulty 7, you risk not being able to complete it because it's harder, and maybe your whole alliance isn't built properly for it. If you fall short even one day, you will not complete those milestones. And even if you do 100% on difficulty 7 every day, the most you're going to get is 9,000 points, which is not 10,000 points. You're not going to max out the milestones. So what's the point?
Got it. I agree. Now, did you calculate if we have enough keys to run 8 raids? Now, you were talking about 7 for some of these alliances that ran down. I didn't look that deep into the energy. Are we able to do 8 raids if we're really pushing it with our alliance with the keys?
Technically, and you would have had to have pushed last night. It's too late now. If you didn't do it, it's already over.
I think the alliance was sleeping, so I think 7 is going to be our max for us there.
I think we only grabbed, 50% of our alliance was awake. So we only grabbed like 50. That means we'll have like 50% keys left over at the end that we won't be able to use. So,
all right, well, you could use it for the next one, right? The next one with the bracelets and all that. So maybe saving the keys is a good
It's not
strategy.
going to, there's a finite amount. You can only turn in 600 a day. So because you're stuck, we're just those people who did not collect their keys on the very first day, as soon as the patch went live, those keys were gone forever. Yeah, you'll never get them.
That makes sense.
That's why I don't like the key system. It's way too punitive, and it really benefits alliances who are, all in the same time zone, and really punishes those who are not.
Yeah, we got people in the U.S., we got people in Europe, so we're not on at the same time, and we kind of got screwed by this late arrival of that. Now, how happy with these Gambit raids are you? Are you liking these? Are you liking these milestones? How do you think these compare to other milestone events that we've had recently?
I don't like any milestone event that we can't get down to the bottom of free to play. I understand that they want to push some of these out to make money, and that's understandable. That's what it is. But it doesn't feel good as a player to have, these milestone 19 and 20 kind of dangling in front of me. Now, if you actually look at what's in milestone 19 and 20, it would be nice to have, but will it break my account? Like, in no way, shape, or form is that worth money or breaking your alliance over. But it's aggravating that it's hanging there nonetheless. It feels like stuff that we would have gotten for free, a couple of years ago, because we've been playing since the beginning.
Yeah, and, I remember those days when you could do milestone events and actually complete them by grinding and not have to spend money. And I don't know, it seems like those days are so long ago now. I think the big one, though.
I was looking at how much it would cost me just to go from like 18 to 19, because I'm only going to get like 8,350 Gambit cards, right?
Oh, okay. You calculated it out.
If I want to like get the extra 700 cards, it's like $50. It's like, come on, guys.
For some people, that's a no-brainer for these resources right here. For me, not so much, but for some people. Now, I think the big one that we're talking about is milestone 18, and it is pretty easy to get if your entire alliance can get those 100% every single day. So,
Thankfully, difficulty 6, I haven't had any challenges. I was able to one-shot all of my nodes.
What lane do you have? What lane do you have, by the way?
Diamond lane. I think it's the easiest lane.
Oh, you easy. No wonder you had. I had this horrible spades and clubs lane. This one is probably the hardest node for me right now, but because most of my characters are very low. So, all right. Next,
you would need like your Yondu at like tier 15, right? Like, who has that? That's.
Now, even if we weren't able to complete all these milestones, Mr. Hartgrave, let's say there was no disco balls here and there was an easier way to get these Rolling Rebel milestones. Would this be a good raid? Would this be a fun raid in your opinion? Because I think a lot of the stress is because you need to complete it 100% every day just to get these disco balls. And if you miss one, if your alliance mates misses one, then it's kind of screwed. If you don't have that pressure, would you feel differently about these raids just to play these raids for fun, not have to worry about your energy, not have to worry about missing attacks? Even with these trashy, non-sustained characters in raids, would you like that if it wasn't tied to this Rolling Rebel milestone?
It has a lot of issues, and I'm hoping that you know, that they will maybe correct some of this going forward and improve these experiences. It still seems a little too punishing to move up in difficulties, because it's not just, okay, I don't have good characters. Okay, I don't have heals. I have to use cores to hit extra nodes.
Wait, you got the diamond lane. You got heals. I got the club lane. I don't have heals.
I mean, you don't have free, like you have in normal raids, you have the normal free heals that you get. You have these special Gambit raid heals that are not.
That's pretty scummy. All the raid health that we don't use because we can't use it in the Greeks, and Doom is pretty much solved. So all those raid health that we can't use it for this event either. So it's just stockpiling all that trash, and we need new currency. Same thing with the raid energy. You know, so if I wanted to heal and stuff, I would have to spend cores, because I didn't do those trashy. We didn't have a war actually, so I couldn't have done all that stuff.
So, but even more than all that, they've put too many enemies on these nodes, and it's basically forcing a timeout. If I pushed a higher difficulty, all I'm doing is just forcing myself to time out, because you got 30 enemies on a node and you still only have 5 minutes to do it.
All right, let me go for two things then. If it wasn't tied to the Roll and Rebel milestones and we could use our normal energy and normal health, would this be a fun character release? Because for so long we've been saying, hey, let's bring that to raid release characters. Where's the raid release characters like Deadpool and Thanos? And technically, if you're doing these raids, you're getting some of these fragments, 3 orbs guaranteed per fragment, for 3 fragments of Gambit per orb. You get at least 2 of those at difficulty 6, 2.5 actually. So some days you get 6 shards, some days you get 9 shards. From a shard perspective, would this be as bad, even with those trashy enemies and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, we literally asked for it, so this is what you get.
This is not how we asked for it though, but we did ask for this.
It's a monkey paw wish. It comes back all weird. Oh no, I didn't want this. Not like this.
It's like, yeah, you get your wish, but it's like those evil genies, not exactly how you're thinking it's gonna be.
I need to do this better. Yeah, no, I mean, in theory, it's cool. I mean, I wish we had more freedom to play around with it. Yeah, having our own heals, having our own energy, it would be more fun. I really want to be incentivized to push difficulty 7. I really want to be incentivized to push difficulty 8, because I have the roster for it. I have tier 16 characters. Like, let's go. But they've set it up.
But does the rest of your alliance have the clubs to do it?
I think so.
Okay. I don't. So. I got the club lane. I'm struggling in difficulty 6 with no sustain. So,
what are you using? What team are you using?
I've used a bunch. I've used a bunch of characters. I mean, Silver Surfer is pretty much just Silver Surfer carrying that thing, and that's it. Yondu dies early, so there's no healers. All right, Gambit. Let's talk about Gambit character. We've talked about raid release. We wanted a raid release, but is this the worst character release ever, considering the amount of cost of his shards? It's crazy high offers. You couldn't buy the orbs with cores. His release, some people got 50 shards for free, some people got 0. And then the Gambit raid release. Yeah, the orbs are right, but tying it to these Roll and Rebel milestones, making alliances like, oh, we got to cannibalize to try to get more nodes than each other. Yeah, is this the worst release character ever when you take all that into account?
So he's competing with Sam Cap and he's competing with Echo. I think those are our worst releases to date, as far as the least amount of stars that you're going to receive on them. I'm not really sure. I mean, so far this release method is great for me. I have a 2-star.
It's great for you, not as great for me though.
I haven't spent a dime. Hopefully they're going to compensate people and me again.
I spent $24 and you have almost the same amount of shards as me with the exact same amount of activity. Actually, you a little bit more from the Diamonds lane, but that's it.
That does not seem correct.
It does not, but that is why I think this could be the worst release character ever.
It's not. It's not good.
Bugs, all the stuff. All right, so I'm not happy. Let me know if you guys are in Hartgrave's shoes, got all free shards, got all free stuff, and you're liking this, or in my shoes, you got nothing, and this is just a bad release for you. Because I think you said some people were getting 0 to 50 shards, and I got 0. Yes.
And there was no like indication that you got the shards. It was just like on the character.
I didn't know. I had to go back and calculate all this and calculate what we got for free, and yeah, it was 0. All right, now the Gambit. We talked about this raid health, the raid energy. The way to get it is with these milestones that we have going on right now. The way to get this is playing war battles, winning war battles, using Uncanny X-Men for more points, using Unlimited X-Men for more points. But no disco balls, no cards here for the raids to help with the milestones. This is just grind and then helping a little bit with some health and energy, but not a huge assistance for trying to complete these milestones. How trashy are these double down milestones?
Well, I think the point I made about it last night on stream was like, okay, great. Now I have more raid energy. I can do more nodes, right? To take those nodes away from my alliance mates.
This is such a trashy release. That's a trashy release. You're cannibalizing your alliance, or you're moving alliances preemptive of this. I think if you didn't move before, you're kind of stuck with the alliance that you have, even if you got some slackers in there. But this is not a good thing. Are you going to be pushing in war for these? Are you trying to complete all these milestones? I mean, I see some teal orbs, armory 16 fragments here. You got the Gambit health and energy, but not as much.
I mean, I did make a team. So I have 2 teams I'm going to use. I have the normal Uncanny X-Men, and then I have like a team that has my Unlimited X-Men and the rest of the Uncanny X-Men on it, Psylocke and Beast. So I'll do this, but I'm not going to push extra hard for it or anything. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be pushing for this as well. I'm just
going to drop tier 16 on the new Unlimited X-Men just to get more points.
No, you're not going to gear 16 your Sunfire right away?
No.
Because he's going to be so valuable in all modes.
Are you a little mad about Sunfire? Do I detect some salt here in Valley?
Yeah, a little bit. All right. There's a couple things going on in Marvel Strike Force right now, and I guess the first was the reworks to the Unlimited X-Men, because I guess they didn't sell enough. So say, what if we improve these? Are you gonna buy these guys more?
Could you please buy them?
Please, we'll rework them. We'll give Dazzler more stuff. We'll give Phantom X more. Maybe you'll push harder in these Roland Rebel milestones here. Maybe you'll buy Gambit. Maybe you'll spend money on Gambit because now he has 5% more armor. Why did they do this? Is this really what I'm saying, that they didn't sell it good and then now they're reworking this, or were they not performing good enough in Cosmic Crucible in their mythical testing that they did?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I mean, 5% to Gambit for armor.
And his armor is now a stack, dude.
The most useless stat in the whole game. That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know what's going on. I mean, more stats, great. I'm glad they did it, but.
Well, if you don't know what's going on, you're probably the same boat as Scopely. So we're even. They're even. All right. Now, speaking of these unlimited reworked X-Men, we got 4 in the game right now if you did that Sunfire offer. We're missing Rogue. We don't know where our Winter Scourge event is coming. Sometime during this update, but we don't have a date definitively yet. So until that comes, we have some Cosmic Crucible battles. Who's the best fifth for this team until we get Rogue? Or if someone's not going to unlock Rogue and they have all these unlimited X-Men, who's the best fifth for this team?
I would highly suggest Beast. I think Beast has the most utility out of any of the other X-Men that he can add to that team.
And what is it specifically? The special where he drops below and clears that. Now he's just clearing this off of Astonishing X-Men. Not the unlimited X-Men.
Yeah, it's his passive.
The passive that we're doing. All right, I can't remember the passive. It was a regeneration, most injured ally. This is X-Men. Oh yes, 15%. Yeah, okay. Astonishing X-Men, more resistance.
Yep.
And that's about it. All right.
And then his ultimate as well does something. This does something for everybody in the game.
Yes. So the blasters, brawlers, they're gonna get offense up.
There you go.
Defense up for protectors, controllers, speed up for support.
And Gambit with offense up. That's great.
Yeah. Now Sunfire gives a lot of offense ups as well. Is that kind of redundant?
I don't know. I don't mind redundancy. I mean, Beast
Right.
is so good anyways and takes care of himself. He's also going to heal himself. All the astonishing stuff he does, he's going to do for himself. And that's going to keep him alive, keep him healthy, and keep your team healthy.
Now, looking back at this Unlimited X-Men, I ran across a hybrid with the Axemen and with the Unlimited X-Men. So it was Beast, Jubilee, and Bishop, and it had Gambit and Phantom X, and that was a very tricky team. Have you ran across that in Cosmic Crucible?
No, I have not. Thankfully, I haven't hit that level yet where people have those sorts of things on defense. But
one day you'll hit it, and when people get Gambit unlocked, now with the 15 shard or the 0 to 50 shards for Gambit, people are going to have him unlocked, and maybe you'll be facing him in Crucible this week.
Oh joy.
Yes, so
what did you
awesome.
do against the team? I would throw Black Order at that. Would that work?
I don't remember what I did. I think I won, but I almost lost that battle. I was like, oh, Gambit is tricky. Gambit is tricky. And Phantom X, when he dies, he gave all the stats to other people, so it was a tricky
That's his
team.
best
So
move. The Phantom X is best move.
dying, you're right. Dying is his best move, but I think maybe a hybrid Axemen and Unlimited X-Men team is the best way to go instead of 4 and then 1/5. All right, but there's something else we got to prepare for, not just these Gambit raids, Mr. Hartgrave. We talked about a little Scourge, and we got a lot of other things to discuss about this Scourge event because there's some data mines about some requirements and other things about Scourge. What are you doing right now to prepare for your Scourge? Have you built up your A-Force, Young Avengers, or Inhumans?
Actually, I did build up Black Bolt and Yo-Yo, and then I put a lot of resources into Young Avengers as well because I like that team. I think it is very good. It's been proven.
Okay.
I'm pretty prepared for it. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. We'll talk about some of the things that you need to prepare for, some of the different lanes, some of the different nodes that you have, because it's slightly different than the one for Morgan Le Fay. And it looks like there's some new Scourges as well. So curious to get your thoughts on that. Let's talk about this unlock for Apocalypse, though. This was data mined a couple days ago, and it is official now. You'll need to get Apocalypse. You'll need a full team of Darkhold, full team of X-Men, in addition to future Horsemen teams, and of course the Horsemen as well. Is this what you kind of thought that the Apocalypse unlock would be? Or was this surprising for you?
Yeah, could you please buy those unlimited X-Men, please?
Please buy them. We'll make them requirements for Apocalypse. We'll up their stats. Can you please buy them? Buy them. Crucible is important, and if you don't like it, trust us, it's important.
You know what? If you don't buy them, they're going to be a raid requirement very soon. So just watch yourself.
All right, but what do you think of this? Was this expected? Are you happy with this? Are you disappointed with this?
I think what I need to know is how many stars you can unlock Apocalypse at. If he's like Morgan Le Fay and you can unlock him at 3 stars, then I think that's fine if they want to do it this way. It gives you something to work towards. You're unlocking these teams. You got
to build up Gambit and Sunfire and Dazzler and all those trashy characters. Phantom, you got to build up Phantom X.
We still don't know what they're talking about here exactly. What I would assume is like they're gonna mirror the traits that we have now, where you needed hero, you needed cosmic, you needed villain. Now you're gonna need Darkhold, Unlimited X-Men, the War Team, the whatever team. In that case, you would need to put some investment into them. Depending on how many stars you want to potentially get on Apocalypse, how much investment is yet to be seen.
Now, Darkhold is a good team. I think they could smash through Scourges, but the problem is you're not just competing against the event, you're competing against other players with all the first-time rewards. So not only will you have Darkhold, all your opponents will have Darkhold as well. I guess not your opponents, but everybody else in the community will have Darkhold going in this, and they'll be able to score high on these milestones.
You'll only be able to do as well as your weakest team. So like if you neglected Unlimited X-Men, you're just not going to do very well. You're not going to be able to get a very big Apocalypse out of this. So it does kind of force building 4 teams that you may or may not want to build.
And you're thinking that it's going to be similar to other Scourges, and maybe just nodes 5 and 10 is requiring all these Do you think they're going to get a little trickier with this one because it is Apocalypse and just have Darkhold for one node, Unlimited for one node, the future team, and then the next future team for the other 2 nodes or something like that?
I think it'll be like that. I don't think they're going to just have the whole thing and you can use whatever team you want, because then people will just use Darkhold through the whole thing. I think it's going to be, pairs of 2 nodes just like we have now. Darkhold for, node 1 and 2, Unlimited X-Men for 3 and 4. So God knows what for node 5.
maybe Mr. Negative. Maybe Mr. Negative for node 5.
Yeah, just him.
We'll have to see. Just him. All right. That was a surprise. And I found out about this early in the morning from Datamines and some things on the test server. But we got note that along with this update, we got a surprise Commander Max Cap level 90 from 85. Now, you weren't as upset about this as I am, because there is some positives to this. What are the positives of this right here?
It's going to make the content you're struggling with easier. You're struggling on the Doom raids, bring your characters to level 90. This team isn't working for you anymore in War. This team isn't working for you anymore in Cosmic Crucible. Bring them to level 90. It's going to help you out with the tower. It's going to help you out with Scourges.
I would agree with you in the raids, in the Doom raids. Not as much in Arena, because I think everybody else's Arena is going to go crazy. We're going to phase skirmishers. Yeah, that resistance is going to go through the roof. You're not going to be able to land that ability block. Cosmic Crucible is a PvP mode as well, so I think this is going to make it tougher in Cosmic Crucible. Maybe if you have the resources, to make it easier for you. If you don't have the resources and your opponents do, it's going to make it harder. Same thing in War. So I think this is a positive for PvE content. I think it's a negative for PvP content, though. So I'm a little hesitant on this. And one of the reasons I'm so hesitant is because of the lack of resources. I don't have a lot of my characters fully built up yet. I'm still trying to get a bunch of them to level 85 and now level 90. Does this feel way too soon for you?
No, it feels right on time for me. Maybe that's my method of what I preach about building characters for the end game and ignoring pretty much everything else. But yeah, all my stuff is done. My homework's been done for a very long time. I have all my characters that I use on a daily basis at level 85, and I have 300 gold orbs saved up.
All right, well, I'm still working on my Darkhold and some of my War teams and building up for Scourge. So yeah, they're not. Oh, and Dormammu, I gotta build him up too. I don't have the gold and the resource to build him up, so I'm missing a lot of resources. And as far as resources, are you struggling out any resources right now for your characters? I know we talked beforehand. You get a lot of gold, but how are your training mats? How's your orange gear?
Everything is pretty good. The only thing I'm really short on are the spiky mutant balls.
Oh, well, you got to get your spiky mutant balls.
Yeah, for the teal ones at that. So not even the
not even the orange. All right, so no problem getting your characters up to 15 level, gear tier 15.
It really helped when they messed up and they let us buy those catalysts.
Oh yeah,
they're like $20.
I'm out already. I'm out. I've used all those fully crafted catalysts. I'm dipping back into my pieces, the parts.
You have that
upgraded characters for Scourge and Dormammu and other characters that I have. I was upgrading my Young Avengers. It takes a lot of gear. That gear goes very fast. So I was
got 50% of that, and then I've built up 3,000 SBCs on top. So I don't know, man. Not that bad over here.
Jeez. I wish I had the luck that you did. Maybe I gotta stay up later. That's a trick.
I think it's restraint, man. I don't build a lot of stuff. I end up with a lot of holes.
Oh yeah, I try to fill the holes. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah, I should have more holes in my roster.
There you go.
All right, but this level 90, for me, it seemed like it was too fast, because for level 85, we did not get any updates to these challenges.
Yeah,
we did not get we did not get the gold increase significantly in the challenges. We've got an increase in a bunch of other places. Trading mats does not seem like a lot of resources, especially these catalysts though. This catalyst seemed low in the beginning. It seemed low when they upgraded it. We missed the upgrade for 85, and now we're at 90, so this is even lower. I know this is not necessarily what you need for a level cap, but just get the characters at usable level to gear 13, 14 to 15. Missing a lot of stuff, and I'm out of these catalysts already. Do you think there's more coming? I know we saw a message that we're going to look at in just a little bit. But when do you think these are coming? New challenges, or do you think they're going to miss them with level 90?
I think they almost certainly have them developed. They're ready to go, and they're just not pulling the trigger on it. I don't know why. They need to do it. This is this kind of things that we need to keep the game interesting for us high-level players. When you can't freely take your characters to tier 15, it starts really hampering your enjoyment of the game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, orange gear should be like purple gear right now.
Absolutely.
You know, getting we have the Blitz store that we have all these resources that we could get pieces for different traits. Why not? Why is that only for purple gear, which we haven't needed for years now? Why is that not extended to other gear? But it seems like it's coming soon. If we look at this post on Reddit here, it says, friendly reminder, we still haven't had challenge updates for level 85, let alone 90. CM Archangel, the new community manager, said it's coming, more info. Now, this was a after response, because when we saw the data mines for this, there was a lot of blowback in the Envoy chat. This was not good. So I'm hoping that he reached out and said, hey, you know what? You guys forgot to do this on level 85. We need to do this at level 90. So I'm hoping that's where this came from. But I don't know if this was planned just based on some of the responses that they got there. They seemed shocked that we were upset about this without the resources. So like I said, I think this has positives and negatives with the level cap increase, but this thing needs to be done in conjunction with that. Now, I've heard there's some players like Tadano Mac that are already level 88. There's a few players that are at level 86 right now. Ooh. All right, and how much are you pushing for this? Are you just taking your normal daily grind, or are you really trying to push to get to the next level?
Slow is how we keep the resources.
Slow is
if you
good.
Rush, then you just blow all your gear on what's like good right now, and that might not be what's good tomorrow. Because as we know,
that sounds like what I do. That
Yeah.
sounds like what I do, Hartgrave.
Skill military is good. Okay, all in.
Oh, that way it was because I got all these red stars on them. Like, all right, I guess I got to invest in this team, and then they end up sucking, and then they got to rework, and they were okay, and then they sucked again. All right, next thing. Where are our save squads, Mr. Hartgrave? So ever since update 6.0, or is that we're saying 38 save squads, we need more. All right, 6.1. All right, we have 39 save squads. We need more. We're now up to, well, at the end of this update, we're going to have 40 save squad teams, but we're at 41. Excuse me. We only have 40 slots. When are they going to address this? Is this coming with these challenges? Why have they not addressed this yet? It's been mentioned many, many times. I think it's been mentioned on Reddit a lot as well. Why don't we have more save squads, Mr. Hartgrave?
Because our developers are lazy and overpaid.
All right, the simple answer is the accurate answer. Accuracy, I love it. All right, so hopefully they fix that soon. But yeah, we need more save squads. Just wanted to put that in there as a reminder.
They should be able to flip a switch and add more of those. I don't think that's a... You remember when they first advertised that they were going to do it and then like charge you for more slots?
Oh, there was that blow. Yeah, imagine if they did that. Imagine if they did that. Imagine if they did that. And kept that in. All right. That would have been bad. That would have been bad, especially as now that we're needing more and more, and every few patches we need more just to get our Blitz.
Could you buy those unlimited X-Men, please?
I'm glad they went back on that. That would have been horrible. All right. One of the big things I was looking forward to in this update is the 7-day login streak. Unlock a new milestone, earn rewards using campaign energy. Automatically complete your daily objectives, and you get Raid Sim. Now, these daily objectives, I was looking forward to completing them. No more RTA, no more, I guess you still got to do the Blitz battles for those web milestones, but if you're holding rank in Arena and you're satisfied with that, you don't have to do your Arena battles. You don't have to farm heroes. You don't have to farm villains, which don't have a lot of good, well, heroes now there's magic, but villains, there's still nothing good on there. But the Raid Sim, doesn't look like either of these are active right now. We got a message here on 2 known issues. One is about Blitz. I haven't really noticed this yet because I don't think I've done any Blitz battles yet. But the big one is this one. The 7-day login streak not available when the game goes live due to a technical issue. When is this coming?
I have no idea. Not soon enough.
When do you predict this is coming? How soon do you think they'll fix this?
Wow, next week? Let's say next week. Why not?
Yeah, you are optimistic.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to be even more optimistic. I'm going to say tomorrow. I want this fixed tomorrow.
Next patch.
How about that? How about that scope? They fix this stuff.
It's not even that much time. It's going to save like maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, but that adds up. No, real time arena. Let's 10, think 15 about minutes. This. Well, the thing that might save a lot of time is this blitz, this raid sim.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, with that raid sim, I think it's gonna be like the blitz sim, where you could lose battles that you should be winning on auto. So, you think this is gonna be a hit or a miss when it's actually implemented? Do you think this is delayed because this raid sim they wanted to fine tune this? I mean, that's my optimistic hope that they happen. But do you think that's what is actually?
Yeah, you're gonna have to be very confident that you're gonna get that win to hit that raid sim button. Which in Greek raids, I'm very confident. I don't think there's a Greek raid out there where I've even come close to a loss on a node in a very long time. So that's fine.
Why is it only 80% for the Greek raids though?
Right. I don't just, dude, put the power in our hands. We can handle it. We're all adults here. There are no children playing this game. Just let it hit the damn auto button.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I wish they would have implemented a 3-star system.
And lose easy attacks doing raid sim. Just let us.
Well, make it like the campaigns. I get 3 stars node. You know, if I do it with a team that the AI doesn't respect, but I can still do it, then I should still get that 3-star win. So hopefully this is implemented soon. Hopefully this not the 7-day login and the raid sim is active. And I hope that it got delayed just so that they could fine tune this and make this not as frustrating as the blitz sim is sometimes, which by the way doesn't have a lot of consequences. You lose a raid though, that has a lot of consequences, especially if you're losing all of your characters in that raid. So I hope this is
maybe it didn't have enough bugs in it and they've delayed it so they can put some more bugs in. They know we love bugs.
CSR Brian at work again. He's like, yeah, screw you guys. Not enough bugs in this update. Let's make it even more. Actually, let's not even launch this feature that everybody was so hyped about. Let's just say we're gonna launch it and let's have it not be available.
Well, I like that they would literally launch it right when you can't use it because the Gambit raids are live and you wouldn't want to sim those or even have the ability to. That's cool. So maybe at the end of the Gambit raids, actually, maybe in 14 days, they'll actually launch this thing.
Okay. So they don't want to, we don't need to save time on Doom. We just screwed. All right, makes sense.
I can't imagine. I'm doing the Doom 2.3, so I couldn't imagine autoing any of that.
You could auto Bio and Mystic with good web warriors, and I auto the web warrior section, and I auto the Mystic section with Eternals and the New Warriors. The skill I still need to play. Tech is hard and Mutant's hard, but Bio and Mystic are auto, full auto for me. All right, next. We got some new Asgardians coming to the game. We got some reworks of Thor, Heimdall, Sif. We got Jane Foster, aka Mighty Thor, and Valkyrie coming to the game. This team looks fun. This team looks like Young Avengers 2.0. But you're not as hot on them. Why aren't you as hot on this team as you are in the Young Avengers?
Mainly because of what this is coming a little bit later in our video is talking about. They've leaked what traits are going to be.
The Datamines. Okay.
Yeah. So that's
you're talking about the traits for this famine Scourge.
That's correct. Yes.
All right. I'm thinking this might be for the next Scourge is what I'm thinking, because this lines up very well with the Young Avengers. And if they were a requirement, it was announced that this is a requirement. Would your hype level for this team be a little higher based on what you see these kits of Mighty Thor, the reworks? Thor got a rework.
Yeah, that's
he flips
cool.
defense. He flips defense down to defense up, or defense up to defense down on his basic now. That's a win.
Cool. No, I mean, it's very cool. It could be good. Will they be as good as Young Avengers? I don't know. But even Young Avengers took a hit in their valuableness when these new traits got announced. Because not just Datamine, not officially announced. There's still something to change in the Datamines. But like, okay, you require these new Asgardians for a new upcoming Scourge, right? For full war.
Yes.
They're good to unlock War.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know, because you might have additional teams on there. You might have, if it's this and like Wakandans, well, I already have my Wakandans built up. Or if it's this and Astonishing X-Men, I could just use Astonishing X-Men. It's not guaranteed that I'm going to need to lean on them.
Okay.
And it's not going to be useful in every Scourge. And I think that was the new information that just came in, where it kind of downgrades these teams and puts them back in that box. Like, this is a war defense team. Maybe we can do some other stuff. You can't raid with it.
Well, we know that Valkyrie is going to be the friendly release. She's the campaign event release. So you're going to get a lot of shows for Valkyrie, which means that she's probably going to suck if that's how it's going to be. That's usually how it is. The worst character gets the campaign event release.
I don't know.
So Valkyrie, the worst character of the release.
Now, Minerva, very famously, was released by a campaign.
Wasn't that still Fox at the time, though, not Scopely?
All right. How about Heartless Doctor Strange? He was campaign released, right?
Was he?
Yeah.
All right. He was.
That's pretty good. That's not Scarlet Witch.
I don't know. I think maybe Scarlet Witch is the worst, but I think Wong and Agatha are way more valuable than Heartless Doctor Strange. So.
Now I'm thinking it was Wong on the campaign. I can't remember anymore.
I don't know. I don't remember either. But Valkyrie, is she gonna suck? Is my question. Because
I like how they darkened her up. I was a big fan of that.
I noticed that in my thumbnail. I was like, you know what? This image is so. I should have added some brightness or something to it because it doesn't pop like the other characters. I don't know why.
I like it. Well, I've heard in character design, if you want a person of color in the game, you have to start off very dark because they will lighten it up with every update. So I think it's very cool.
Well, at least Valkyrie has a neck, unlike She-Hulk.
That is nice.
She's a person of color. She's totally green, so she is a person of color. All right. Next one, Morgan Le Fay. She is now purchasable in the daily pestilence orb. So if you don't want to do the Scourge, you don't want to build these Scourge teams, you can just purchase her. So yeah, I guess this means that the Morgan Le Fay pestilence Scourge not coming back for a long time. So now the good, let's talk about the good. The good is if you're missing a couple shards, you could just spend and get to the next star level or unlocker. For everybody else though,
or even spend or even just use cores, because they even had one of these orbs come out where you could just use cores.
1,000 cores, one orb, 1,000 cores for 2 shards of Morgan Le Fay.
If you only need 2 shards to go to the next star level, which a lot of people were at, that's why they kind of did this. At least some of the reason why they did this was there were people who were just like 2 shards away from the next star. So that's nice. Yeah,
but they've never done any legendaries. I think they need money. They need money. That's why they're selling this. And you know, it's like these. It's like the level 90 level cap. You know, it's gonna make it harder and harder to land that ability block with the extra resistance that she's gonna get. And that coupled with not only can you pretty much purchase the stars for her right now, the gold stars. We got a 6-star for her and a 7-star. You've been holding your dark promo credits for her for a while. Did you take her right up to 6?
Right to 6. The minute it happened.
How did that affect your arena? Did you notice a big difference in arena, or was it hardly noticeable?
Nah, like everybody there has 6 red Morgan Le Fays now. Like we all did it. It's
I didn't. I'm still short. Like almost all of it.
This is definitely, like, don't get me wrong, this is definitely a move to make Marvel Strike Force even more pay to win, which it already was and already has been for like years. So not surprising, but yeah, it's pretty bad. So you don't have Morgan Le Fay, just buy her with money. And then you can have her. You don't need to be good. You don't need to build the teams. You don't need to play the game. You can just have Morgan Le Fay. You can have the best character in the game. There you go. Screw the Sturges. Screw sitting through all the bad RNG. Screw grinding for a character. Just buy it. Just buy it. You don't have to do any of the work. I guess it devalues the experience of the game. Like the reason why you play is to experience these things, and they're like, yeah, you don't have to experience it. Just buy it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, building is half the fun. Getting it, progressing. Because on the test server, everything's maxed out. That is not fun to play it because there's nothing to grind for. There's nothing to build for. So I like that, but I guess not everybody's like that. All right, the last question about this. Now that you could purchase these shards for her and you can get her all the way up to 7 red stars, Do you still consider her a legendary character now that you don't even have to do the event? You don't even have to build up the characters for that.
It does devalue the experience. It takes away the weight of the unlock. Like right now, still got to work to unlock Ultron. You still got to work to unlock Doctor Doom. You still got to work to unlock Dormammu.
Yeah.
And then those aren't even considered to be legendaries, yet they require more legendary effort. Like, I don't know, maybe they should change the name of those characters over to legendary.
I'd say Morgan Le Fay is better than all of those characters.
Oh, yeah.
And you could just buy her. Best character in the game right now, in my opinion. So
true.
Different.
I don't know. I mean, you've always been able to buy legendaries. You used to have a certain time frame you'd have to do it in. And they will take away these offers and make her unavailable, but I don't know.
Are you sure about that? Because we got more. Oh, there's that $99 offer, but look at this.
Yep.
We've got daily orbs now. They're calling it daily orbs. They're selling them for, where is it? It was here. Oh, there it is. There it is. We got the offer there for 1,000 cores. We got a daily pestilence orb. You could purchase this 3 times every day. This goes away. So every single day. And if you want more of these, you got 2 of these. Yeah, you can just buy these every single day. They don't go away.
Yeah, I mean, are they going to run for the duration of the game? I don't know. It feels more like maybe it's going to be like a Silver Surfer kind of thing, where it's going to be like periodically buyable. I don't know. You know, I don't know.
And they're going to move them to I don't know. No, she's a legendary. She's not like Surfer, right? Is this more Scummy or Weasley or neither?
It's scummy. It sucks. It's pay to win. And it devalues. I mean, I feel like the guy who made Scourge did a really good job. It's a really cool experience. I think players of the game should experience it.
The guy that implemented Scourge did a horrible job, though, with all the bugs that were going on with there. But yeah, I agree. The person that designed it did a good job. Design
is good. It's a fun game mode. It was a fun way to unlock a character. It felt like something worth doing. And this devalues the whole experience. And I guess we're just going to see this store is going to be loaded with horsemen. Is that what it's going to be? Daily offer
Rogues Orb is coming next. So if you don't want to build your Young Avengers, if you want to build your Asgardians, if you want to build your Inhumans, save up your cores. Because for 1,000 cores, you could get 2 rogue shards of your own.
Yeah, you know, a good thing to note for people who are spending money, it's probably cheaper just to wait for Rogue to come out this way than to spend money building, Young Avengers or Asgardians for the one that comes after. Just save your money, buddy.
All right. Yeah, so I don't like this. This doesn't feel right to me as well. All right, let's go for more positive things because I thought
like turn up the table moment. Like, all right, I'm done. Fine.
Not quite, but it doesn't feel good. I don't know if I'm that ragey about that, but it doesn't feel good. All right, Silver Surfer, Doom 1-9, so easier farm on the stuff, and I guess. If you got that dreaded clubs lane like I do, you're gonna need Silver Surfer because it's pretty much him with the sustain in that game mode. How much of a help is this for newer players? I guess it would be mid-game players because it's in Doom. How much of a help is this for mid-game players that don't have Silver Surfer unlocked, running around during his initial time with the Milestones?
Yeah, I recently did a video on this, and it was my advice for who to build for Dark Dimension 4, and I think that's what's going to help out the most are people who are, looking at unlocking Doom. Okay. And being able to get Silver Surfer, which is right around the part of the game you should be at when you're going to unlock Doom, when you're going to do Dark Dimension 4. Yeah. He's one of the better characters to T15 for sure.
Even now, without a team, I think you lose a lot of value after these Gambit raids. Even right now, you still are recommending T16ing him.
T15. I don't know where we're going to be at in the game when T16 becomes, a thing for that level of player. But for that level of player, there's no Icarus. There's no Cersei. There's no Kestrel.
Now they did say they're going to be farmable in the next couple weeks or stuff, and they've pretty much done that. Lady Deathstrike, Magic.
They're upping the cadence. It seems like every week we're getting a new farmable character, which is great.
Yes, and more resources that we cannot build them up with. We got Farmable. We got some costumes. I like the costumes in the game. I always look forward to seeing what is the new costume, and one of them we already saw. We already saw the Nico Minor runaway costume in the, I guess, the teaser for the Milestones. New costumes though. Captain Sam got a new costume. Initially it was T-posed. I'm glad they fixed that. Yeah, because you could purchase it right now with these credits there. The other new costume, and this one I like. I have a fear though that this is gonna be a Mojo Pass release or some other kind of release, and it is for Thor, and he's got the costume. This is an ugly one. This one is okay. This is the best one though. How do you think this is gonna be released? Through some events, through some cool event, or through some trashy Mojo Pass or some trashy Strike Pass?
I don't know. It seems like when they do these, it's a little friendlier when it's tied into a new movie. Like we saw, it was pretty friendly for Spider-Man, right? The Spider-Man.
I think you have to buy.
$5.
It was $5, but you had to buy it. Yeah, the Wong's one was good though. I could just grind for Wong. That was a good one.
Shang-Chi was free.
Okay.
So we might see it kind of trend like that more than maybe something that, you know, like maybe we won't see the Weapon X Wolverine release method on this.
Oh, that was poor.
That was the worst. That was
now
bad.
you mentioned a Wolverine costume. That's one costume that I'm saving my costume credits for. And nothing was really appearing until we saw End Song here. So that was one of the costumes that I wanted. This Phoenix End Song one, Emma Frost one, and that Wolverine one you mentioned. Are you now saving your costume credits for characters that you don't like? Because I was almost going to purchase this Nico Minoru one because it's like, it converts at that 60% conversion rate, but what do I get to buy with it? Now that Phoenix End Song is here, it looks like they're moving some characters through. Are you saving more of your characters?
Always have been. I think I started right at the Captain America costume because I had no interest in it.
Okay.
I was like, look, I'm never putting my Captain America in that costume.
Not a great one. It's not a great one.
It's not happening. So I said, all right, I'm gonna stand firm on that. I'm gonna let it convert. The good news is when you let your costume credits convert, it exceeds the cap.
Oh,
so
what
there's
is
a
the cap?
on how many I had like almost 200 costume credits.
Well, you gotta buy. We gotta buy some costumes here. I'm sure.
I mean,
the Killmonger, the Iceman.
Yeah, I bought Killmonger and I bought the Phoenix one last night. Yeah,
these are nice. These are nice. I would buy these with costumes. The Mordo and the new Miss Marvel one.
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, we're all waiting for the Wolverine one to hit. I'm very curious about that.
Wolverine, I'm waiting for Emma. I think I'm the only one that likes that one though.
Maybe.
Right. Maybe, yeah. Everybody says it looks like a Karen. I'm the only one. All
I
right,
I just want to see the Wolverine costume hit because that was a $200 costume. Well, if I wait long enough,
I think they later sold it for like $20 after the initial release. They sold it for $20, and I don't think that sold very well either.
Can I get it for free?
I want it for free. I would happily buy that for free. All right, it is now the most exciting time. Datamines. We got a bunch of them to discuss. We got Doom 3 raids, a new character, Mr. Negative, new Scourges, all that info. So let's just go there right now and just scroll through this. So the character avatars, so this is a good thing. All right, this is the new thing, and we're going to talk more about Scourge. There's a lot more info on Scourge, but it looks like there's a spending gold event to get trading modules, earning points by spending gold, double down as a Father's Day energy calendar.
Oh, I love spending gold for things. I got all the gold.
You have a lot of gold. You have a lot of gold. What did you say? 300 gold orbs?
Yep.
All right.
Bring it on.
All right. First big one here. Doom. More requirements. Squad level 90 recommendations. Gear tier 15. Ability level 7. Red stars 5 plus ISO 8 class T2 level 3. And it looks like Doom 3. Okay. Difficulty 1. ISO 8 level 7, which I believe is level 4 blue. ISO 8 level 8. I believe is level 5 blue, and then level 9 will be higher. So if level 4 ISO 8 blue is required for these Doom raids, how difficult is that going to be to get all that stuff? When do you think this is coming?
Yeah, I don't understand. They're going to have to release some, because what they did before is we had a Doom raid that would get us the isotopes to get to into the higher one. But
yeah,
the one
actually, when
now,
I'm thinking about this, I might have miscalculated that based on those things. So we got 5 in green. So this would be ISO 8, level 7. If we added those, this would be level 2. Level 8 will be ISO 8 level 3. Difficulty 9 is the level 4 though.
Okay, good deal.
So this is the hard. I misinterpreted that, but yeah, now I'm doing the calculations in my head. This looks like level 2, level 3, ISO 8. So full
and
teams of that.
difficulty 3 through 7 is going to need level 8. Got it. I'm seeing how it's stalled out now. And then only the very hardest level needs level 4 blue. Got it. Okay. And I'm assuming that they're giving you the level 4 or the level 4 blue. What the hell are they called?
It's a long name.
Level 4 ions. They're giving you those in this raid. Okay, interesting.
Are they giving those in the raids? Maybe.
Let's hope so.
I hope so. How many characters do you have?
I have 2 right now. I think I can do another.
I have 2 right now. I got all the pieces for Dormammu, but I don't have the credits to build them up to the next thing. So yeah, I misplaced someone, Squirrel Girl, accidentally.
Oops. She's good though.
She is, but it was not her health, the important one. It was like damage or something that didn't really matter. All right, Apex abilities look like they're coming. There's rumors of T5s coming down the road for certain characters, select characters. Do you think that's what this is?
Yeah, sounds right. Should be interesting. It's a way for them to kind of rework characters, so that could be your Iron Man rework right there. We'll see.
Oh, maybe. Because we all know he just needs one ability rework to bring him back into the meta. All right, Mr. Negative. We see a little screenshot of him. We see more of bigger screenshot down the road. Down there. There it is. There is an avatar for Mr. Negative. Now, I don't know too much about this character, but chat was saying this morning that he is a Sinister Six member, so a Spider-Man villain. Could this mean that we're getting more spider people coming to the game?
That would be great. Boy, we need them because, Sinister Six is in bad shape right now.
Oh, my goodness. They're really, really bad shape, even with their legendary Doom. All right. Scourge event. These are some restrictions. These are data mine. Obviously, these are something to change. I wouldn't build any of your characters right now based on this, unless you're already planning to build them. But it looks like nodes 1 and 2, you have city. Nodes 3 and 4, you have mutants. Nodes 5 is where you need your A14 Human Young Avengers. Nodes 6 and 7, you need villains. Node 8 and 9, you need cosmic mystic characters. So that is Eternals. That is your cosmic mystic. I think these are the same actually. Darkhold is there. Oh yeah, we're smashing through with Darkhold. And then difficulty, and then node 10, you're getting A-Force and Humans Young Avengers again. This looks similar, but different. How much more or less challenging do you think this is going to be than the Pestilence Scourge?
Yeah, I'm going to be working on a video to kind of go over all this because it's a lot. I already did some discussion on it last night on stream when it got dropped. It's going to be a lot harder. This is you're losing Eternals from the first 2 nodes, which is huge, and Kestrel because it was just heroes. So the first 2 nodes of Scourge I leaned on those a lot. You got
multiple man.
Mutants is so restrictive. Like that's very tough. And you're losing, so that used to be global, and you're losing Secret Avengers off of there, which is a great team.
Where is the sustain? Where's the sustain from these guys? I wonder if it counts if Beast is on the field, that Phoenix dies, you'll get her back.
No, it doesn't.
No, that was just to get the extra star in her node. Yeah, she doesn't come back on that.
Yeah, so you can only use Phoenix once. But yeah, I have some ideas about mixed teams you can use for mutants and who you can use in villains to kind of make your life easier. City, we're gonna have to work out City as well. That's what I'm currently kind of wrapping my head around. Is what are you? All right,
don't build any of these teams, guys. These are all data mines so far, and they're all subject to change until it's officially announced.
We don't know the enemies. We don't know if it's gonna be the same enemies as last time. That changes things as well.
It does. Now, we do have some data mines about some new Scourges. There's that Mr. Negative there. All right, new Scourges. Quality minions. Summon enemies gain more max health. Experimental serum. Enemies gain more max health. Speed boost. on spawn fill speed bar by enemies, all enemies by a certain percent. Going rogue. Interesting name there. When a positive effect is applied to all enemies, increases duration of all positive effects on that enemy by the maximum of something. When a negative effect is applied to a player, increase the duration of negative effects on a character by a maximum of stuff. This sounds horrible. This sounds like a 20. This sounds like a 20-point Scourge.
I would say so. Maybe 40.
yeah, that's a 40-point Scourge. When a player gains offense up or defense up, apply heal block to them. That one doesn't seem
that's fine.
That bad.
I went through heal block all the time on the last one, yeah.
Power siphon, enemy gains drain, more drain, gloves off, enemies steal health from the lowest player's character. Oh, that could get some characters killed. And stay down on a player turn, remove revive once from that character. All right, so they added that was one thing that was not described in the patch notes. They have that revive icon. It looks like a charged icon, but it's yellow and it has a revive thing. So Dormammu gives it out. Adam Warlock gives it out. Nebula gives it to herself.
Iceman.
Gamora gives it to herself. Iceman has that as well. So none of it. Removing it. So Dormammu, no bargains on there. What do you think is the best? Or what do you think is the worst? I think the easiest is gonna be this heal block one. Obviously this rogue one. Besides these two, what do you think are the best and worst?
The more health. Enemies gain more max health, because I think before you could do 10%, 20%, 30%. If the next one's 40%, that's insane.
Yeah, this is number 4. Yeah, this is
really hard to
1, 2, 3.
overcome.
Yeah,
Forget
good
about
call
it,
on
man.
that.
Plus 40% health? No.
Oh, if you got this health boost and these drains on, my goodness.
Everything worse. Like those, I couldn't mess with those. I couldn't even throw an extra 10% health on, and I was running 200-point Scourge runs, so I was really going for it.
All right, now based on this, do you think you're going to be going for top 1500, or are you settling for lower rogue because you might not do Crucible as much?
I mean, lower rogue I think it's gonna be the same for me. Like I was like a few spots below top 500. So I got what, like a 5 yellow, 4 red, or no, 6 yellow, 4 red, Morgan Le Fay, which is probably what I'll do for this as well, I would assume.
Okay. I'll be happy with that. 5 gold stars on that. 6 gold would be awesome. All right, this is the in-game message that we should have gotten yesterday. The streak bonus, auto dailies, level 64, select number of dailies. We talked about those. Raid sim, still some hesitation on that. Streak milestones. Now some players were like, all right, we get this every 7th day, but as long as you keep logging in, you're gonna continue to do this. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, but there's a data mine of the in-game message that should pop up later on. And later down here, we have the dialogue for the Scourge event. One thing that popped up down here, one of Xavier's dogs, again and again, you find yourself in the presence of my greatness. Xavier mentioned in this game, I think he was previously mentioned as well. Is he ever coming to Marvel Strike Force?
I don't think so. People always want Professor X in these games, and I don't know how it works, man. Like, there's so many cool characters in the Marvel universe that do things, and you literally want, a guy who's, in a chair. I don't know. It makes it tricky.
Well, using him, I think is fine, but what if you see him on an enemy team? You're attacking a dude in a wheelchair over and over and over. How good is that gonna feel? Or how weird is that gonna feel?
Well, I think you have this problem with Professor X too. Like, aside the maybe logistical, or how it looks, appearances, but you have a character who is so legendary in status that either he's going to be underwhelming or overpowered, right? I don't know if you can, it's going to be really hard to find that middle ground of making him reasonable.
Well, I mean, he'll be a legendary that they'll sell. Be a legendary that could sell.
Yeah, that's true. You would buy him.
Yes.
Maybe he's war. Maybe he's the war horseman.
Oh.
Professor X.
All right. Well, we will see. Hopefully it's not odd if he does come to the game. Let me know your thoughts. Do you want X in the game or not? And let's move on to our last thing. I do want to discuss the newest Disney Plus show with you, Miss Marvel. Now, this is going to be episode 1, brief discussion, because we had a lot of in-game Marvel Strike Force stuff to actually discuss. But brief discussion. So spoiler warning, if you've not seen episode 1 from last week, yeah, just timestamps, go to the end part and you can avoid the spoilers. But all right, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Miss Marvel, did you enjoy it, or and if so, did it match your expectations of this?
It's exceeded I didn't have any expectations for it. So I was very entertained by the first episode, and I really liked the visual style. I thought that was really cool. The extra comic book kind of stuff they were doing in the background. I think it's absolutely worth watching, even if you don't think you care about Miss Marvel at all. Just to see the visual presentation on it was very interesting. I thought it was some of the best direction that I've seen out of these Marvel properties. It seemed to have a very strong directorial flourish to it.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you watch this with your kids, or did you watch this alone, or did you watch it with the wife? Or
how did you watch one of my kids and my wife. The other kid was not feeling well, so she was laying down at the time. And maybe I'll make her watch it later, but she was insistent.
Make her watch it.
Like, no, I will not watch it. I was like, all right.
All right. So I don't think I'm the target audience for this, and I think I'd like it a little more if I watched it with my kids. They're visiting grandparents right now with my wife, so yeah, I think I'll like it a little more because I think this is aimed towards teen and preteen girls. I'm not that. I'm a dude that's over 40, no. So I don't think I'm the target audience for this, but I think my favorite part was, like you said, that visual style and matching those comic books and stuff. Yeah, I think if you watch it with the family, you'll enjoy it a little more than watching it alone. That's all I'll say with that.
One thing I'm worried about with these Marvel shows, and this one in particular, is it seems like all the first episodes are pretty strong, other than maybe like Captain Winter Soldier and Falcon, which I didn't find anything good about. But most of the first episodes are like super strong, and then they kind of drop off. Like they don't end well. Like Moon Knight, I thought was so great, and then I don't know. About partway through, I was like, maybe this isn't so great.
Halfway through Moon Knight, though, I was like, oh wait, this is not what I expected. This is awesome, and the ending stuff. But I enjoyed Moon Knight. Loki started off very strong, but WandaVision kind of built up for me because I didn't understand what was going on, what the heck was going on in the first 3 episodes, and that kind of slow built, and I thought that ended really, really well. So that's always been my standard for these shows.
Well, we'll have to see about Miss Marvel here.
We'll see how it goes. Anything else to discuss about Miss Marvel or Marvel Strike Force before we let everybody know where they can find you?
No, I think that covers it for this week.
A lot to discuss, my friend. This is a long video. So I appreciate you sticking with me, and I appreciate all of you guys sticking with me in this video. If you haven't already, make sure you go to Mr. Hartgrave's channel. He has some awesome content. You talked about a few things that you have coming up. Can you review all the stuff that you have coming up on your channel pretty soon?
Yeah, pretty soon. The main thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about these upcoming scourges, this upcoming famine scourge, because I think that's really interesting information. I think we can start to theorize about who we're going to need to bring into that and who's going to be the best, using what we learned from the last scourge to kind of help us with this one. Another great thing that's going on is today or tomorrow. Ooh. This is coming out Thursday.
This is coming out today. Yeah, this is coming out Thursday. This is a Thursday video. Yes.
Tomorrow, Friday, on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a charity auction with my friends Scarlet Spider Comics. And we're donating 50% of all the sales from the auction to the Pride Institute to support members of the LGBTQ community who are healing from addiction.
Cool.
Great charity. And we are, all the auctions start at $1. And I have a code on my channel that'll get you a $10 credit to use the auction.
All right. Usually on Friday nights, I'm not looking at Twitch or YouTube, but maybe I might have stopped by. That sounds very, very cool. The link for his Twitch channel, YouTube channel will be down below. Make sure you guys subscribe to both. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button to let YouTube know that you like this, and hit that notification bell so you know as soon as a new video goes up. Thank you guys for watching. If you're listening to the podcast version of this, hit that 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening to, and I will see you guys next time. Check me out on Twitter, check me out on Twitch every weekday morning, and I'll see you guys next time. Mr. Hartgrave, are you ready for either a normal fist bump or a fist bump for the dark? Oh, let's do a dark one here. Yes, it's going through the screen. Hulk fist bump going through the screen. Hartgrave and ValleyFlyin out. Have a great rest of your day, guys.